This is the reteaching video for problems 7, 8, and 9 of the stretching and shrinking unit test, and this section is applications of similar triangles. In this problem in this section we're talking mainly about problems such as nested triangles, or the shadow method, or in some cases the mirror method. On our unit assessment we only had nested triangles and shadow method. And the big key to being successful with these problems is to make sure that you redraw the triangles. Most students that struggle with this information do so because they don't draw the triangles. So let's take a look at a very simple nested triangles example here. Here's one triangle. Let me label it A, B, and C. And I'm going to nest triangle A, X, Y inside of it. Remember, the key part about nested triangles is that they share an angle. In this case, both my triangles share angle A. Let's say that I know that the side length of AY is 10 units and the side length of XY is 15 units. And let's say that I would like to find side length YC, only segment part YC. I'm going to call it M. If I have that BC is equal to 30. Okay, first thing before I even attempt to solve is to redraw these triangles. So here's my small triangle, and it's very important here that you label them A, X, Y. That's going to keep things straight. AY was 10 units, XY was 15 units. Here's my larger triangle. This was my original ABC. I know that BC is 30 units. And now I only want to find segment M here, which is just a small chunk, but I need to, before I find that, I'm going to need to find this whole side length AC, right? So now I have a very simple problem about finding missing side lengths. I match my corresponding sides. 10 matches to question mark, 15 matches to 30. Arrows point to the larger one because that's where my missing information is. I'm going to find my scale factor. 30 divided by 15 is times 2. So I'm going to apply that. 10 times 2 gives me 20. So right away I know that the whole side length AC is 20 units. Now, however, that's not my answer. Remember, I just want this segment YC, which is the bottom segment. So what I'm going to need to do is take that 20. AC is equal to 20. YC is what I'm looking for, right? And I want to find YC. So the other part of that is AY. So I'm going to take the 20, which is the whole thing, subtract off the AY, which is the 10, and I'm going to get that my YC is 10 units long. So make sure when you answer these questions, a lot of students would have given me an answer of 20 here. They found that information, which is great, but they failed to realize that I need to be very careful by looking at my picture of what I actually need to solve. The other types of problems in this area are shadow method problems. And in this case, we'd hear something like, a person who is 6 feet tall casts a shadow which is 3 feet long. Notice here that as I read this, I'm drawing a picture. Again, I need to redraw the situation. And really the hardest part about these problems is getting your information in the right spot. The person is 6 feet tall, the shadow is 3 feet tall, right? They make a triangle. That other side is really irrelevant for me. At the same time, I might hear that a fire tower casts a shadow that is 18 feet long. And I need to know how tall is the fire tower, right? So again, I've redrawn the picture here. I took those words that you would have read on your paper and I said aloud, and I turned it into a picture, matching the shadow lengths together and the heights together. All I have to do now is find a scale factor and apply it. I know I'm going from 6 to question mark. If you're not drawing these arrows, I highly suggest that you do that. That keeps things straight. Going from 3 to 18. Notice how all of my arrows point to the larger figure because that's where my unknown is. 18 divided by 3 is times 6. I'm going to take 6, multiply it by 6, and I'm going to get the height of the fire tower here is 36 feet. So key things to solving applications of similar triangle problems. Redraw the triangles. Draw the arrows to match corresponding sides.